Hmm. Hello. Uh, 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 hello. All right. Oh. Yeah, I muted it on the other scene. I was saying three is enough. Three is enough. Thank you. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Have a good poof away. Welcome back to whatever the fuck this is. And by whatever the fuck this is, I mean major minor. But today without Ampy. So you'll get my best girl voices in lieu of, well, Ampy. But today we get to start Chapter 2. Chapter 2 of 10. 10 chapters of this. Hopefully these chapters go by a lot quicker than the prologue and the first chapter. So, without further ado, I guess I'll just get started, or whatever the fuck. But oh, also the music's working. I'm gonna turn it down because it looks like it's a little loud. What do you mean you know this music? Is this music from something? This is the game's audio, by the way. I'm not playing music right now. This is the music they have playing behind this. Anyways, it started to lead me down what appears to be a trail. It's either the Legend of the Dragoon or Golden Sun. Golden Sun sounds right. I wouldn't put it past this game to steal music from RPGs. Hi, Kurt. But I'm playing this game. I will give no explanation. I seem to know enough about Terra, but not why I'm here. Why do they want to teach me about politics? I can't believe that I was brought here for that. They must be only thinking about it from their angle. It makes sense. They did go through a lot to get me. But now it's my turn for answers? Just keep up the pace. Walking and talking will have to do. We're on a strict schedule, you know. King Velasquez wants you by nightfall. That is on the day the ritual succeeds. I get the feeling that they don't care. I don't think they want to know. I don't think they want to know the what. I think they want to know the why. Isn't that right? I nod furiously. Well, King Velasquez calls you the Savior. Duh. Apparently, Terra needs saving, though I couldn't tell you from what. He was secretive on the matter as well. I just know that he wants you, along with the fact that you're important. He foresees threats like this all the time. So I trust him completely. You're important. Velasquez says history repeats itself. One day he'll agree, another he won't. He flip-flops on a semi-daily basis. But I guess when you're as old as him, you can start to see a pattern in things. But there's no pattern with you. He's never sought help from another world. I guess you're an unknown variant. But I guess sometimes that's what we need. Correct. You're a mystery to me, too. You didn't tell us what power you hold, nor what you would be saving us from. So, if that's what you wanted to know, regretfully, I must plead ignorance. I'm a savior? That's outrageous. I couldn't even do anything to save Clace. Hey, savior. Did you catch the hint? Endymion wants to know what makes you tick. He wants to know why you're so special. I mean, we did dedicate our lives to you. We deserve to know the reason why. Conrad, don't be so demanding. Don't read into my words like that. Huh. I guess we're both on the same page. We're both on quests and don't know the reason why. We both know I'm the savior, but nothing else. I guess I'd have to get answers from this king. I'm not sure they know about the Ark, though. Is Conrad hinting that I should tell them my power? Might not be a bad idea to gain there. I urge you not to tell us. If we needed to know, we'd know. Velasquez wouldn't hide it from us. It's something we can't wait to learn. You're here for a noble cause. That is something I can guarantee. That is all I need to know. Do you have anything else to ask? If it's something I can answer, I will. Stop and ponder. What else did I need to know? It seems like they know just as much as I do. Though I'm glad they didn't push me for information. I'm not sure that man would want me revealing my power. Also, the music just stopped, by the way. I didn't mute it. I know where I am. I know who these men are. I know where we're headed. I guess that should be enough for now. The majority of my questions were about Earth. For example, what happened to Clace? And the rest, I would have to personally ask the king. I submit and shake my head. I guess I just have to wait. Patience will deliver all the answers I require. It shouldn't be much farther now. We're making good time. Oh, Endymion. The form? We should probably fill it out now. Right. Form. It's just a standard immigration form. Everybody new to Terra must fill it out. It helps keep track of numbers, but it also gauges your personality. It can help to find you a suitable job. Not that you'll be needing a job. We know you won't be here permanently, but we can't give you any special treatment. Everyone else, you must be an immigrant. You've come here to start your new life anew. We can't advertise who you really are. And if Lord Player were to see you with us, well, he'd expect the papers immediately. This is starting to feel more and more like Earth. Perhaps I'm not as homesick now as I was earlier. Endymion reaches into his pocket and pulls out a paper. And then, what I assume is a Terran writing utensil. After a few moments, he starts to write stuff down. Inkle, Hajime. Off to a good start. We know your name. For the rest, just answer honestly. Or not. I guess it's your choice. Conrad looks at me and sorry, my glasses are like destroying my ear right now. Hi Jack, welcome in. I will do those push-ups after the stream, I promise. Just focusing on this furry game right now. I'll probably do them during the next save, actually. I'll be nice. I know it seems silly, but laws are laws. It also beats an awkward silence. Especially since we're a long way from town. Oh. Alright. Well, I guess I'll do it now. I hope you guys are enjoying this silence. What? Okay, I did them, I promise. As my butt hurt. I did push-ups. Anyways. Answer the question honestly. It will change the way some of the dialogue is displayed. Well, this first one is self-explanatory. Are you a boy or are you a girl? Please just humor me and play along for now. Binary options? What is this? I thought furries were inclusive. I guess they weren't woke enough in 2015. I'm male. And a good looking one at that. Starting with the obvious, I guess. A large corporation wants to hire you. Do you prefer a leading role or not? An Endymion? Or a Conrad, you could say. Bam seems like a leader to me for sure. I did take you for a leader after all. A savior shouldn't be anything but. Leadership is so restricting. You don't have true freedom as a leader. Anyway, moving on. Let's see here. Do you consider yourself skeptical? Or are you an easily trusting person? I think I know the answer to that one. I'm sure you do, Conrad. I don't even know the answer to this one. Wait, I was wrong? It wouldn't be the first time, Conrad. Hey, that's not nice. I thought I got a pretty good read on him. Right. They're about to go to war. Would you prefer to attack or defend? Oh, now we're digging a little deeper. Remember, there are no wrong answers. We're simply defining you on paper. To that end, what position do you prefer? Give me that defense. Well, you know what they say. Something about a good defense. Not what I would have picked, though. But look what I do for a living. Conrad, don't judge people's outlooks. That's only a recipe for disaster. Now, allowing us to move on. Would you take one life to save many? That's kind of what we do every day. Do you think you'd be able to do it? Take a life for the greater good? Yeah, I'd kill a person. I'd definitely kill a person. That's what I thought. Can't be the savior without getting dirty. Maybe we need a third assassin, Andy. I won't even humor the thought. They're destined for much greater things. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Alright. We're almost done, I promise. Congratulations on finished shopping. Did you get everything you needed? Everything you wanted? Everything you were going to buy? The markets are disappointed? Well, if anything, that's on par for the course. You're running late to your destination. The path before you are as follows. There is a short but dangerous route, and a long but much safer route. If you take the long route, you might be late. The short route may lead to your death. What route do you take? Didn't get any boozy hot chocolate either? Oh, hot chocolate sounds awesome. Oh, you actually found one? That's big. That's huge, actually. She'll love it. I would rather be late one time than be late forever. Volume 1? Which edition? Or which comic is it? I'm curious now. Can you send me a picture of it? I would like to see. When you're not in robbing distance, of course. Huh. You mean kind of like we're doing now? This is incredibly boring, though. I'd love for something eventful to happen. But put the savior at risk? Why would that be a good decision to make? I didn't say it would be a good decision. I'm saying it would be a fun one. Conrad winks at me. I shrug it off. Just one more question, I promise. Besides, we're almost to town. About time. Do you prefer the company of others, or do you prefer to be alone? I like having other people around. I'll let them know that I like the company of others. Glad to hear it. I was starting to think maybe you hated us. I know Endymion can get on people's nerves. That would be pretty lame. After all the trouble we went through? Conrad, I apologize for his words. Etiquette was not in his curriculum. However, fortunately, we have concluded. Me at a formal gathering making love to my wife. And it's not a moment too soon either. The town is just a few moments ahead. I know we can't make any detours, but we need to hand in these papers. Make a quick stop and that's it. We should probably check our mail too. That is true. Galen may have written. Endymion looks at me and sighs loudly. I guess you're in luck, Savior. You'll get to see the Wayfarer's Tavern. It's the hottest place to be on Terra. He's joking, of course. We just stay there sometimes. And we own one of these postal boxes. They serve drinks, too. Conrad likes that. But really, it's an immigration office. They just needed to spice it up a bit. True. Nobody likes mail-in immigration. But everyone and their mum loves drinking. If you look ahead, you can see it. He points ahead and I see he's right. A small town is coming into view. A bar that doubles as an immigration office? Sounds weird. So does everything as late. At least we can take care of two matters at once. Handing in my papers and checking their mail. Then maybe, just maybe, I can meet their king. He would definitely have the answers I seek. Back on Earth, deep into the night of Clace's death. Oh, do we get to meet Singe? No, they're a dragon. I must admit, seems rather suspicious. But these midnight deaths, I never believed in them to begin with. Or rather, that they were supernatural. The media loves to romanticize things. I'm sure many die at midnight daily. But due to affect one of my own idols, mere days before their debut of their tour, no, it has to be a coincidence. I'm sure. Who the fuck is this guy? I don't know, Singe. Sir. Singe is fine. We're closer than that rocker. Alright. Where's this guy's top? Why are they both shirtless? Social media exploded at Clace's death. Good luck playing it off as a hoax. The body bag was even on national TV. I'm not sure how we'll spin this exactly. Oops. Open up my Windows search. The fans are starting to fill in the cracks. There's talk of it being a crazed fan. The works of a stalker, they say. Can't be. I've seen stalkers before. They're much more erratic, not calculated. This is the workings of a serial killer. This is the work. If it was a murder at all, the stalker wants to possess, not destroy. So their end goal was Clace's murder? Absolutely not. It's self-centered. We must presume the killer will still act. Serial killer doesn't just stop. I'd hoped this was an isolated incident. But the MO matches these midnight murders, midnight deaths, right down to the method of murder. It seems their goals become more grandiose. They aren't done, then who's next? So that's what chills me most. A larger target than a pop idol? What's wrong? I talked to Jade earlier about these deaths. Mentioned they were all like suicides. At least half of them looked that way. There was another half that was murder. No confusion there. Gunshots and all. I was told that Clace died of asphyxiation. Oh, Jack, you weren't here when I was explaining it earlier. Okay. Hang on. Let me pull up something. Or actually, I don't need it. I'll just explain it. So, I am playing every game on my Steam list and completing it. But they're ordered in the date they entered my Steam library. So the visual novel you're seeing right now is the very first game I bought on Steam ever. This is 15-year-old me's first purchase on Steam. And I'm not a furry. No, the porn games are staying off of the playlist. Don't worry. I mean, not that I own porn games. That would be weird, right? That'd be a little weird for you to say. Anyways, You mean...
Absolutely not. There was no evidence left behind. If he took his own life, there would be. You can't kill yourself, then clean up. I'm very certain Clace was murdered. But if these midnight deaths, I doubt. Are we facing a serial killer? Or is the media just making things up? These could be completely isolated incidents. Time of death being the same, isn't that odd?
I don't have 70. I have like 4. I can't be that proud, Kurt. I guess that's true, but it's not just that. It's time of death and method of death. Suicide with no evidence isn't suicide. So there are 2 groups then? The mysterious suicides and the murders. But I'm willing to bet they're both murders. You seem to have figured out a lot. I thought they'd keep Clace under wraps.
I had to pull a lot of strings. I'm glad you figured it out, Rocker. There aren't 2 groups. There's only one. This is assuming one major thing, of course, that we're dealing with a single culprit, and these aren't isolated in nature.
So a murder covered up as a suicide, huh?
Not very well either, it would seem. If they wanted it to look like a suicide, why would they take the weapon with them? Clace was found with a rope around him. None of us would be doubting this at all. This is the same throughout all cases. I believe the police are jumping the gun. Nothing that labels these suicides, especially in light of one major fact. All of the victims were mentally fit. If we're dealing with a killer here,
Rickman!
There's no way they're trying to trick us. They want us to know these aren't suicides. It's the police that are in the wrong. Or perhaps they're being manipulated.
Thinking about this gives me a headache. Man, I'm sure in bed right now.
I'm sorry
Where
for
the fuck
letting
are
you
we?
asleep. Just didn't want to handle this alone.
It's not a problem. Jade and Daz are outside as well. I'll stay as long as you need. Who the hell is Daz?
Do you mind letting Jade in? We need to discuss press matters. We need to make a statement, bro.
Absolutely.
And Daz is here, you said. Please stay with her in the limo. And tell her what I plan to do with her.
Roger. Moments pass. Oh, this is Singe. This is Place's manager. Place was murdered.
I fell asleep after the Clace murdered.
Yes. We are currently in the scene is in Singe's office in Akihabara. And
Okay.
but we as the player are still on Terra. We just filled out an immigration form.
Okay. 2 push-ups and sit-ups time. And
Later.
drink and stretch.
I will do the.
Hello,
push-ups and
sailor.
later.
You need to share your screen. I require the
Also,
screen to
do you
share.
remember a Daz character?
No.
Who the hell is Daz? And why are they dropping that name like we know who they are?
I didn't but it appears to have arrived at the perfect the perfect time. You want me to voice act still?
Why else would you join if you didn't? So
To watch you suffer mainly, but I can also help.
go ahead.
Hello again, Singe. I feel it's been a while.
Too long, I'm afraid.
Can we talk about the name being Singe?
No, we can't. And not under the circumstances I prefer.
Indeed. I've always felt bad for Clace. how people were blaming him for the murders. Just because the death started when we... Sorry, I shouldn't get into superstition. I just never would have guessed. Clace's death would be what absolved him. The people can't blame the victim, I mean.
Indeed. And how do you think I feel? I didn't buy into deaths. I left him vulnerable, open. I'm used to the media picking up trends, even in completely unrelated things. I should have been more cautious. Should have assigned more guards to. Perhaps this could have been avoided.
I don't think the guards would have helped, sir. Besides, have you worked on your alibi?
Alibi?
Alibi.
You were the last person to see him alive. And you two had a heated argument as well.
You should drop that line of thought. Oops.
Heated line of argument.
Haha, get it? His
I'm
Senge.
And he's a fucking dragon.
Bing bing bong. Bong.
Bing bing bong. Bing 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 bong. Did I do it right, Jack? I know the tune. I've seen that clip.
The media will want to know. It's not me.
Sorry. I've just realized, is she meant to be a bird or a griffin?
That is what you asked me here
he
for,
isn't-
right?
She is described as an avian creature.
Yeah, cause that bitch got ears.
So we can decide what to tell the press.
Look up there.
No, I see them. I suppose you're right. That and the changes or go on as planned. The amount of refunds people will want makes me scared just thinking about it.
That's a separate beast entirely. But first, about how we address the death. I think you need to be blunt. You shouldn't be anything less than honest. Tell them you don't know what happened. We're on the same page as everyone else. Let them know we're cooperating with the police.
I got my first lot of Zoloft today, guys.
Congratulations.
Rhythm. I'm officially on antidepressants.
Now
It's
you
important they feel in sync with us. We must not appear to hide facts from them.
Yes.
Now you can sing the Thought Squad song and it be true.
I listened to that song on repeat for like an hour today. Like, I don't know why. But like, it just,
We'll make things public as the police does.
It was just like, yeah, it was nice.
You're right. There isn't much else to do. But we still need to talk about the tour.
Indeed. And this is where we have control. I know what you're planning to do with Daz.
Des Games, famous YouTuber.
Rocco told me as we crossed paths just now.
Who the fuck is Rocco? Where's his fucking chair? Rhythm.
Oh, whoops. What do you mean his chair?
His name's Rocco. Where's his chair?
Oh, I think he's called Rocker because he's in a rock band. He was a dog.
No,
He was a dog character that was here before you came in.
Does he like to sniff rocks?
I don't know. There wasn't much to his character.
Bing, bing, bong.
Remember the two groups of death?
Bing, bing, bing.
The group of murders and of suicides.
Bing, 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 bing.
I figured out something shocking tonight.
Bong, bing, bing, bong.
The culprit for the group of murders?
Bing, bing.
They were found a week ago, Singe.
Bing, 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 bing.
I'm going to
bong.
shove bing bongs down your throat if you don't shut up. What?
Yes!
Bing, bing, and here's where it gets more bizarre. Bong, bing, bing, bing. They have a watertight alibi. Bing, bing. It excuses them fully from the suicide. Bing, 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 bing. They were a copycat killer. Bing, bing, bong. And they're admitting this openly. Bing, bing, bong. And the true culprit is still at large. Bing, 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 bing.
Hello, Bams. It's good to see you. Welcome to wherever the fuck this is.
I see.
Bing, but the police are still in the wrong. Bing. The suicides are not suicides at all. Bing. Bing. At least conflicting MOs aren't an issue. Bing.
Why was this in a different box from the last one?
Bong. We only have to focus on the suicides now. Bing.
Okay, you can stop now. Jesus. Does this matter? Does this make it easier on us? Bing.
Bing, unfortunately not. Bing. Bong. There's just too much missing here. Bing.
You've lost your accent.
No suicide note. Bing. No evidence. Bong. Along with the victims being mentally fit. Bing. If it was a suicide. Bing. There would be evidence at the crime scene. Bing. Instead, we have almost nothing at all. Bong. The true culprit must be an expert. Bing. They can tamper with the crime scenes. Bing. They can leave no shred of evidence behind. Bing. Just who could it be? Bing.
You are ruining the integrity of this very serious conversation, Amphi.
It's likely a cop. Someone who's been trained in the...
Thank you. Bing, it's possible.
Stop.
Bing. I have a theory though. Bong.
Do it
I'll
one
stop.
more-
I'll stop. I
do
had
it
to do
one more time, I swear to God.
something a little more bizarre than most.
I don't have time for quantum mechanics. There has to be a... What the fuck are we talking? There has to be a logical reason for this. Murders started as Artur arrived. The killer must have a police background. Jade,
Yes, Pikmin.
bring me Clace's security guard. I'll need to speak with him immediately.
Oh, wait, what if I just end all of her sentences with like cacalas? You mean caca?
Why would you do that? Why? What would you even want to do that? Yes, at this point, it's very logical. Our own
No, he's-
hired guard could be the killer.
Maybe to like growl for him.
I was trying to incorporate growls when I first started, but I quickly gave up to save my voice. Meanwhile, in the privacy of the
no.
limo,
You know, you just gotta go. "Rawr."
yeah, Amphi, I don't think I'm gonna do that actually. I don't think I'm gonna growl. You gotta pay for that shit, man. This is Rocker. Hey, Daz. Who the fuck? She shocked back into coherence. No, I'm not
Sorry.
doing roar.
Do the roar.
Wait, hold on. What voice does she have?
Oh no.
Yeah. Sorry, I was no. Her tits are so out.
What?
The titties, they keep.
That's fine. I mean, given what happened and all.
Part of me is worried. And part of me hates that I am. I'm not worried for Clance, though. And not even for those around him. I care more about my own careers. Who will you play the guitar for? Who will I sing and dance alongside? Forgive my foolishness. Where did that?
Why?
No.
No.
Yeah, I don't know, Ivan. Just sort of like, bing! I should never have said that.
There's no need to apologize. I thought the same things. A death is absolute. It can't be changed. What happens to us, however, well, it's malleable. Worry is normal. Perhaps it is also partly denial. What?
I feel like if I licked her, I would taste batteries.
Perhaps it is also partly denial. One of the steps we go through in grief. Thank you for explaining that.
How are her tits being held together?
It's true, there's no thing
There's
there.
no connection. How is...
Maybe she has like those plastic like straps that cosplayers use to keep like things on or up. You know what I'm talking about?
But the jacket isn't even touching her shoulders. Look. Look at the jacket.
But right here they're touching. So maybe she's got like
Does she have the jacket hooked up to her nipples?
maybe.
Damn, this world's crazy. Yeah, we can justify it that way. But at the end of the day, I'm scared. I've never seen Sin show any emotion. Idols come and go in this business. He just adapts without any hesitation. I don't want to be like that. Emotion is what makes us truly alive. It keeps slightly slipping out. I bet they're talking about the tour. Oh my god, this bitch is Paimon. Never mind.
Oh, you said that about another character already.
No, I said, what if this guy was Paimon? And then you said you wouldn't use him as a fleshlight.
Oh,
I'm
true.
saying that she is. They'll probably just address the press. I'm saying she's that.
Sure, Impy. Sure.
And then forget that Clace even existed. I want to feel sad, but can't. Is there something wrong with me? Am I becoming like Singe and Jade?
You know what I hate most about this game? You know what I hate most? It's not even the furry characters. It's the fact that, like, random characters have, like, teeth like this. Like, it doesn't make sense. Are her teeth, like, at the top just, like, going outwards? Like, why is their tooth like that? Does she need braces seriously badly?
She might just have an overbite.
Is her normal? Don't even get
Yeah,
me
but when a
started
girl
on the
has-
Russian guy, though.
What's happened with him?
His teeth. They're in a fast-paced business, Daz. They need to roll out with punches like this. You and I have time to adapt, but they'll be in the spotlight pronto. Also, they were talking about the tour. I know what's going to happen to us. That's why I'm not as worried anymore. Maybe if I tell you, you'll understand. Then maybe you can put this worry aside too.
Oh my god. Daz is definitely a My Little Pony Wonder Colts OC transform, like taken and put into this.
I just realized the
That's-
author of this put himself into this story just to kill himself.
Oh my god, it's my dream come true.
Really?
Yeah.
Shockers, guys, I haven't actually taken the antidepressant yet. It's starting tomorrow. I just have them in my hands.
Well, yeah, you'd probably sleep forever if you took him right now. Sims is engaging in damage control. He needs to minimize any refund requests, so the tour's opening night will change. Instead, it'll be a vigil for Clace. Something all of his fans would attend. He's definitely playing to their grief, but it's a good way to obtain the audience. What a shitty thing to do.
Rhythm, I think we had the conversation last night that we need to stop saying what the characters are gonna say before it happens.
That's extremely cold.
It's extremely singe, isn't it? The show must go on, he said.
Help.
Nope. It's getting too high for the mic to pick up.
I suppose. So a vigil then? What's
Ooh. The mic is not happy. It's not happy when I do Paimon.
what's gonna
Hmm. Have you heard the story of Japan's birth?
Yeah, it was Impreg.
Excuse me? Is that even relevant right now?
If you listen, I'd like to think so.
When an alpha male and an omega male come together, then they produce Japan.
Very well.
For the universe, there was nothing.
Guys, we're back in the
A
garden.
huddled
We're
mass
gonna see
of
God
men in total stillness. They laid there forever, not moving an inch. Though one day, they all flinched. What they flinched, I will not say. But they all started to move, like a cloud. And soon after that, like a hurricane. They moved.
Trina, more like
and
Hurricane
moved.
Tortilla.
Some chaos rose to the top. And they began to stop other men in the hurricane. The light began to shine. And when they came, they created heaven. That's right. The first Empreg was Takamagahara.
Yeah, that's the noise he made when he was giving birth.
But some of the chaos was dark in nature. It wasn't worthy of ascending to heaven. Stayed at the bottom. Those were the betas and the omegas. They became Earth.
And the women.
And the women. Akami was born between the light and dark. One alpha male, one beta male. A god known as Ame no Minakanushi, or All-Father of the Empreg.
Oh, father of the Onigiri.
I had to stop you there.
Go on,
Daz
Paimon.
doesn't buy into this religion stuff.
You say anything about religion? I'm really spouting myth. This is a Paimon
I'm
live.
trying off noise suppression. Hold on.
Huh.
Paimon thinks that there's not one in the same.
Please allow me to continue. A large rainbow connected heaven
Okay.
to earth.
It acted as a bridge between alphas and betas. Amino Ukihashi, it was called. Or Floating Bridge of Impregnation. 2 more gods came into being at this point, the 3rd and 4th Mpreg victims. Their names were Izanagi and Izanami. Earth was still a puddled mass of nothing. Izanagi and Izanami stood on the bridge. They looked down at this nothing in awe. Izanagi was gifted a spear from Minakanushi. He thrusted this spear into the dark puddle. Upon pulling it out, it started dripping. These drops stayed on the surface. They formed the islands of Japan. That's right, Japan Mpreg. The first landmass on Earth was born. They were tasked with descending the bridge. They went down and finished creating Earth. Izanagi engaged in a purification ritual. He washed away all of his impure aspects, and he used them to aid in the creation. Our sun and moon, created by the impurities in his eyes, and storms were born from those in his nose. All of his impurities were used. After that, we were born, the world to call our own.
Paimon thinks that's awfully convenient. We're created from impure aspects of God? Sounds like a tragedy if you ask Paimon.
Alright, shit, this person's name's Daz.
How does this relate to the two? Or Daz?
And everybody else.
I'm about to get to that. Singe is altering the entire tour. It'll be a retelling of this story. The set list will symbolize its creation, and souls will be offered to heaven. Through that rainbow bridge, of course. Not just Claces, but all the victims.
Paimon said, elaborate! Paimon didn't think Singe would do that much. Now Paimon feels bad for assuming what Paimon did.
It's okay. He didn't know.
So, will we perform covers then? Of Glance's hits and other relevant songs?
You got it. But then you come in. Tour will end with a
Then
special
you come.
surprise. And then you come. Special surprise?
That was me.
Why did I read that? Sorry, say it now. Say it now. Let's pretend you said it.
A special surprise?
Good line read. Good line read. Yeah, an announcement from you. You'll be taking over the world tour and impregnating me. You'll be headlining, Daz. And I'll be head bobbing. You'll perform to a sold-out crowd. It'll be your turn for the spotlight. You'll finally become something more.
Something more, huh?
Yeah. We'll be saying goodbye to Clace and welcoming a new idol into the world.
Paimon supposes Paimon should be honored.
I will serve as your guitarist. You have my complete loyalty, Daz. I mean, Paimon.
Paimon says thanks.
But I'm not sure about Shock. Him and Clace are childhood friends.
Who the fuck is
Who the fuck is Shock? Why are there so many characters in this game? He may take this harder than any of us.
Right. Well, if you'll excuse Paimon, I need to get me a flashlight. This is overwhelming. Paimon needs fresh air.
Hey, thanks for not asking my thanks for not answering my fucking question. I guess I should join her.
I'm
Getting
free of them.
stuffy in here.
I'm free of that voice. I could put voice isolation on again because I had to take it off because Discord doesn't like it when I try and it was becoming Toad.
Shuffling sound from the front seat.
There was a toadification.
Bro is dead? What the fuck,
Like-
dude? Come on. Please let that be the end of chapter 1. I need to know I'm making progress. No.
I thought we were already done with chapter 1.
No, this is chapter 2.
You said
Velasquez...
please.
Yeah, I know what I said. I know what I meant. Shut up. An undisclosed time in Velasquez's throne room. Please, tell me you've allocated the fund.
Horse.
Of course, my lord. Endymion and Conrad will be paid promptly. There will be no reason
Okay.
for delay. What?
Sleepy, if you're in chat, he just looks like Elliot.
Very well. You have...
He just looks like Elliot. Can you be kind enough to pull up an image of Elliot? Elliot's like, hold on. We need cross reference here.
He does look like Elliot.
Like even the way the profile is,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the position.
No, yeah. No, yeah, you're right.
No, you need to pull it up. Everyone needs to see how right I am.
I know. How do I just put an image on the screen?
Have you copied the link or have you copied the image itself?
I can just copy the...
Copy the image link and then open a browser source. That's the easiest. Because then you can like change it whenever. It's what people use for arctax. Everyone I would like everyone to appreciate my genius.
There you go. Oh, let's just... Oh, let me move the box, actually. Oh, shit. I can't move the chat box. It's like right over his face.
Can you not move the chat box because it's locked?
Yeah, it's... No, it's for some other reason. There you go. That's the horse guy.
That's who it is. I'm so happy. Like, it's down to the shirt, too.
Yeah. Well, we're getting rid of this. Goodbye, Elliot. And now goodbye, horse face. Oh, wait. I think I know why. Let me move the chat a little farther down so that it doesn't...
I thought,
I hadn't even considered that the chat was blocking this.
well, that's why you have it as a full screen application, so that's why I would be doing it. If you want, what I do is for like, when I play with, I've got my 2 scenes, I've got my scene with all my fancy shit, and then I've got the scene which just focuses on the game. I have a separate chat box for those 2 ones. I have one which it was just like the really basic, easy chat box that you make in Stream Elements, and it's transparent. So it's a lot easier to layer over things and just have it be small to the side instead of, the big blocko one.
Anyways, do you have any news of their journey? I did receive word, actually. They've stopped at the Wayfarer's Tavern. With the Savior in tow, I might add. This is excellent. They should be here within the day. Unless there are any unforeseen delays. Thank you for informing me. Done a wonderful job, Dusk. Character number 42. I'm informed
and my treasury is full.
We still don't know who Shock is.
No, we don't. I do as any loyal citizen would. Your flattery honors me. Please await their arrival at the gate. Have some matters to tend to in Rivate. Of course.
Titty.
He starts gooning.
I suppose it was about time. I need to prepare myself for what's to come. Looks at his penis. Rayo, character number
That's what I
43.
call my penis.
You can come out now. Hello, Velasquez. Sorry,
That's
that
God's
name
name?
doesn't convince me. I did not call you here to insult me.
Rhythm. That's God.
I know it's God. Right. Let's apologize, Master. Master, I wanted to thank you.
What's going on?
The
What in
fuck
the
is going
BDSM
on?
is this shit?
Thank
What's
me.
going on?
Yes. Things are going as planned. We planned? I don't believe we are under suspicion.
Who?
It is going well, indeed. But of course it is. You have me. Yes, of course. Join me, Rhea. We should have a seat in
Okay.
our thrones.
They are definitely gay.
For today, everything comes to fruition.
And I come in you. Which one of you is the bottom?
Rhea's definitely the bottom. Come on, are you kidding me?
Hey, reverse. Here's the thing. Some bottoms are very, very skinny and tiny.
Nah, bro. That Rhea's definitely a bottom. I mean, his job is controlling other people. You think he wants to be controlling in bed too? Anyways, here's a gun, Cleon. Don't treat yourself.
No, because like here's the thing. If you think about subs and doms, doms can be bottoms.
Hey, Amphi. Your question was not if they were sub or dom. It was who's top.
No, but you talked about control.
I don't care, Amphi. I don't understand sexual relationships. It took a little bit longer than I thought. But eventually we reached the town. This is what society is like on Terra? Not what I expected at all. Me. Inkle Hajime. I'm taken aback. We're instantly bombarded by beggars. They want our food and money for their own purposes. It seems like some sort of third world country. However, Damien and Conrad seem unfazed. Is that a normal occurrence for them?
Wait, when did this happen?
Oh, so the beginning of chapter 2 was me waking up in the forest after I get teleported there. And then they summoned me there and are now taking me to see the king. And I guess Rayo. We skillfully weaved from side to side. The streets were busy and bustling with activity. Citizens tried to sell us their wares with vigor. Most of them were odd, but all of them suspicious. I used the two assassins as a shield while we walked. I stood both behind them and between them. This is not a place I wanted to get lost in, so I did my best to blend in with the locals. I still wasn't certain if I could trust these two, but at this point in time, they were my only hope. Also, that was the end of chapter 2. I don't know if you know. I had to err on the side of logic instead of my gut.
Yes.
We turned a few more corners. So much turning. Surprised
How
we
many
haven't ended up.
chapters?
10. Suppose we haven't ended up back where
Oh.
we started. They mentioned we were going to a tavern. The Wayfarer's Tavern. For at least 2 reasons. To submit my immigration papers and check their mail. Which I guess is more important than getting your savior to your king. I'm definitely glad to have these 2 men guides.
Were it not for them, I'd definitely be lost. Also, I just realized they're gonna be sitting in those chairs for like a day. Just waiting.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That just popped into my head. Hang on,
Maybe they just get like a third person in and they start playing like musical chairs.
Dude, does anyone have like those things where like their ears are two different in shapes and like your headphones fit on one ear perfectly fine, but not the other? This is pissing me off.
How do you mean? Do you mean like do you sometimes have like one ear off more than the other?
No, I always have both of my headphones on. We're
Well, you
not-
can't. I can't blame because there can be deterioration of the pad, which can sometimes call it.
No, these are brand new headphones.
Oh. Oh wait, do they fold? Can they like become significantly smaller?
Not particularly. They like squished together. So they're always doing like a little squeezy thing.
Damn, you are just malformed.
Yeah, my right ear's shaped differently than my left ear. It's awesome.
What did you do?
Dick.
What? Because like normally they're formed really similarly.
Oh, but
Like, how do you mean different?
like they're different shapes. Like my right ear is thinner than my left ear, but it's like goes back and up farther. And my right ear is like thicker, but is like more scrunched up, if that makes sense.
Oh my god, they're just so different. Literally, like like everything about my ears is like symmetrical. Like I'll fill up the crease and it's just the same.
My face is very asymmetrical. Anyways, enough about my face. Of course, before I can continue thinking, they stop. I come crashing into both of their backs embarrassingly. Better watch your step, dude. Please don't do that in the future. We're trying to attack at sudden contact.
Damn, his teeth are weird.
Right?
But like, cause like if you look at the bottom, it just looks like a brick. So it looks like he's got like herbivore teeth, but then he's also got like carnivore teeth back there. But his canines look like they're too far back.
Either way, I didn't mean to cause a scene. I only meant to turn and address you. Thought I should explain things more. We're not just here for your papers. I was wondering about that actually. Checking their mail seemed like it could wait. We mentioned Lord Claire earlier, right? Yeah.
We literally talked about their mail and how their like mail doesn't seem that important.
We mentioned Lord Claire earlier, right? We need to ensure
I'll be
he
back.
loses the election. To that end, we hired a local mercenary. He caused an uproar at his latest rally. We were able to turn his servant. Seems more and more seek his demise. I'm not sure I agree with these methods. Seem pretty dirty. Then again, they are assassins. These mercenaries, the mercenary Galen was promptly arrested. We believe the servant Karu was his will. However, Galen's goal is to plant evidence we will uncover during a easy. We are still on friendly terms with Claire. Doesn't suspect us of this treason. Why did Galen have to be imprisoned? I am not sure. Velasquez demanded it. Stealth mission be more efficient. Imprisonment can lead to several troubles. I barely realized it, though we started walking again. I must have been too engulfed in the talking to notice. Having players' trust is a major aspect. We're free to make a startling discovery, just as soon as Kalen plants the evidence. Indeed. The failed ritual is also key, and has brought several Earthlings to Terra. We handed them to Claire for immigration. We're definitely good books. We'll be able to unhindered. We couldn't hand you Claire, however. We needed you to blend in with everybody.
This is why we're taking you to the tavern. So, along with handing in your papers, we're hoping we get the mail from Caitlin. Then we can further plan the player scenario.
And Damien and Conrad stop in their tracks again. But this time it's because we've arrived at the tavern.
Good. Once we get inside, a low profile. Try not to arouse any unwanted attention.
Or my Pinot.
Or my... We can't have any conflict inside. Take it from me. This place is big. There are people here from other worlds. Try not to stare, if you can do one thing. They don't take too kindly to prying eyes.
Roger that. After a few moments, we enter.
Hey, Rhythm.
Yes.
I'm gonna lay in bed.
Already?
Well, sir, I have to be up at 7 a.m. and it's currently 1 a.m.
Currently when?
But I have to wake up at 7 a.m. It is currently 1:15 a.m.
As soon as we enter... Alright, fine. Yeah, good. As soon as
No,
we
I'm
enter,
saying your voice
I
is
get a
soothing.
sense of deja vu. I feel like I've been here before. I just can't put my finger on it. I take a few steps forwards. I scan my surroundings. This place is busy. I see a waitress clumsily stumble around. There's also a man at a desk shuffling papers. We're approached quickly by one of the workers. Oh my fucking
Hi,
god.
good. Wait. I don't see obvious tit, so I don't even know if this is a guy or a girl. So I don't.
think-
Who's voicing?
I think this is a she. By the way that their profile is and the fact that they're wearing like a binder.
We thought from episode 1.
Yes, I remember, but this is most likely a girl.
All right, then I'll be here. Howdy there. What brings you in?
I blink a couple of times, unsure of what to say. The young rabbit then tilts his...
All right, I'm sitting back down.
Then tilts
Oh,
his
this is
head
glorious.
to look behind
Shit.
me. Oh, you guys again? You at least buy some drinks this time? We have to make a living, you know. Hey, PB. Long time no see, buddy. I'm not your buddy.
Peanut butter.
You're really gonna go and break my heart. Just like that? Ouch. How about you buy me some drinks? Then we'll talk. I have an
How's it more
establishment
gay
to
in the
run here.
past?
No, this is current time. This isn't
What
gay.
do you mean?
So the timelines on Earth and Terra are running side by side. They're parallel.
Then why does it keep saying a little while ago?
I think that this is happening in tandem with what's happening in Earth. So like they do the Earth scene first, and then they do the Terra scene. So
That hurts my head.
I confess, we do like to come here. It's so easy to blend into the crowd. Of course, we
It's a
can be
brothel.
pretty poor. We don't
I
allow.
like to come.
We don't always have money for drinks. PB sees us as a group of freeloaders. His name is PB. Met the Lapine Entrepreneur. PB. Like, just 2 letters? That has to stand for some... And don't ask me what my name stands for. It stands for nothing. Nothing at all. I'll find out one day. I know it. What a ferocious little guy. He runs this place on his own. Hey, new guy. He stares me in the eyes. A much calmer gaze than Endymion. Allow me to thank you. Thank you. Allow me to welcome you. This is the Wayfarer's Tavern. My humble home and... I'll keep you informal. It's my bar, okay? I run this place. Is he old
If
enough
you
to
hate
dr-
being formal, why did you come off as formal?
What are the laws like on Terra? We opened up about a decade ago. Since then, we exploded in popularity. But we're also the immigration office. Yes, after a long journey, you need drinks. A man after my own heart. Kill you. Oh,
Tsundere.
this little hothead. I am
Tsundere.
not little.
I think we have to figure out. All right, like the way we can tell is if they have massive titties.
Yeah, I think, like, if they don't have huge tits, they're not a woman.
Yeah, and then I feel like our thing's gonna be immediately disproven.
BB starts fuming. Looks like he's about to get violent. But before he can, someone steps in front of him. Whoever it is, they keep him in line immediately. Oh my god. Oh my god. Who are you?
Femboy.
Hey. Oh. Hey, Fidget. What is it now? The other rabbit, meet the innocent lapine, Fidget. The other rabbit, or Fidget, shuffles nervously. I thought maybe it would be Mom. We got so excited at these new guests. You think she'll come back today? No, Fidget. Not today, brother. Damn it.
Is it, dude? It is
Oh.
a guy. You were praying so
Okay.
hard for it to be a girl.
Besides, it's rude to intrude like that. I would still crack it. We were in the middle of a conversation. They said hey. He puts his hand out to shake mine, but he quickly blushes and puts it away. Then he runs off.
Gay.
Interesting. Well, sorry about that. That's my brother, Fidget. He helps out as much as he can. His dream is to be the best waiter here. Says he wants to make her mom proud. He studies under the current barmaid, Trish.
That's a woman.
That's a woman. He leans forward to whisper in my ear. But to be honest, they're both terrible. It's just hard to turn down free labor. He laughs before pulling back. Practice makes perfect, though, right? Follow me, the three of you. We need to sit down and have a chat. What could we possibly have to talk about? He starts to lead us towards the table.
Immigration.
Chapter 3.
Is that Trish?
He said barmaid. Envy, he said barmaid. He said barmaid! He said barmaid! Why is there a huge fucking... Why is this...
I'm loving this. I'm loving this so much, guys.
PBA doesn't sit down with us. Instead, he hovers above the table, looking down. So first, we need to talk about repairs. He slams his fist down on the table. This sound echoes through the tavern and people stare. Repairs? What are you talking about? Repairs for the damages you two caused. Tavern brawls aren't clean, you know. You two threw a poor guy across the room. You need to pay for the broken glassware. There's a huge
the bed the
dent
guy
in the
they
wall,
threw?
too. He points across the tavern. Sure enough, the wall is damaged. It looks rather fragile, though. That wasn't us. Of course it was. I saw it happen. With my own eyes. His body caused the dent. Oh. Oh no. You're not talking your way out. Not like the last 10 times. Your mind games won't work anymore, guys. They cause damages here often? I'm starting to question these two men. It's just something expected in our work. I don't care what you have to say. You're paying up. Now.
But we don't have the money.
How convenient.
I really need it.
Well then, I guess I'll add on interest. Cost of the damages, tripled.
That's not fair, BB.
Neither is breaking my house.
We're on an important mission this time. We'll be compensated greatly. Please just give us some more time.
Aren't you always on an important mission?
Well, yeah. But none have been more important than this. We've been hired by the king himself.
That's so.
It really is. Hey, do you guys remember in chapter 1 when I told everyone that no one is supposed to know we are assassins? And that we work for the king. Do you all remember that in the audience? I said
fear
those
I remember
words.
that, yes.
But have you noticed that I talk about these things in public very often, where everyone can hear me? I give away this information I am not supposed to say. Anyways, back to the story. It really is.
PB then sits down across from the three of us. Alright, start talking.
Well, it's kind of confidential.
Confidential, as in non-existent? You're obviously just buying time. The king would never work with assassins. PB sharply inhales, as if he's about to yell, but Endymion quickly cuts him off. Is he scared?
No, please. No need to call him here.
Fine, you win.
I'll tell you. But you have to promise you'll wait.
Depends on how good your story is, I suppose. A few moments pass, and then Endymion stares at me.
Savior, feel free to wonder while I explain. No need for you to hear all this again.
That much was true. There's no reason to stay. I feel like I've heard this a million times by now. Couldn't help but notice PB's ears perk up, especially had mentioned the word savior. I slowly stand up and start to walk away. I can hear a few key words before I'm out of earshot. He's definitely telling PB the same story he told me. Process entered the tavern with slight anxiety. All of the eyes are upon me, watching me. Normally this would be scary, but it feels different. Was I truly the savior of all these people? What would I do to help them, exactly? I only knew little of the power within me. I wasn't quite sure how I would use it to save Terra. There had to be something more to this power, or perhaps something more to this situation. I feel like I haven't been told everything, or at the very least, Endymion and Conrad haven't. It's so secret that even they haven't been. They were like the left and right hand of the king. I scanned the bar one final time, making eye contact, but the people quickly turn away, as if in fright. I see a forlorn look in their eyes. I can tell that life for them is less than stellar. That fills me with determination to change this world. One day, they would wear faces of true happiness. These are things normal people think to themselves. Once I speak to the king, I'll probably go to the Ark. We'll need to discuss our next move pretty quickly. So I guess the only thing I can do for now is wait. I spot Fidget standing at the bar with the barmaid. Or perhaps the barmaid, as I haven't seen any others. I decide to approach him for the time being. It's probably better to stick with familiar faces. Oh, she's cute! Oh, she's got a chubby tummy!
And has tits.
Look at her little chub! I love that. Very cute.
I think she's a dolphin.
No, Fidget. Soft circular motions.
Does she only have one arm, or is like her other arm hidden behind her torso? I'm having a really
one
hard
arm.
telling. Oh, really? Oh, well.
Otherwise, you'll risk scratching the glass.
Sorry, Trish.
Oh no, we're both wrong. Oh my god, it was the glove.
It was the glove. And she's definitely like a, what are they called? Seahorse.
Yeah,
Yeah, a hippocampi.
a hippogriff.
I
Well,
was just
technically,
doing it how PB taught.
yeah. Hey, let's not forget the important facts. Remember who the head barmaid is?
You are.
Indeed. So let PB teach you PB things. I'll teach you barmaid things. Got it?
Got it. Fidget smiles widely and starts cleaning glassware.
Where is the bear?
That's what I want to know. Once I'm closer, I formally introduce myself. I bet you they're like the bar hop. The what's it called? The person who
Bouncer.
stands... Bouncer, thank you. Once I'm closer, I formally introduce myself. Fidget puts out his hand but immediately retracts it. Do you have something against shaking hands? Fish looks at him, then looks at me. He immediately puts her hand out to shake mine. Unfortunately, she forgot she was holding a glass cup. It drops to the ground and shatters loudly. Apparently, shaking my hand is more important to her.
Hey, I'm Trish, the local master barmaid. But I like to teach my trade on the side. Fidget is my latest student.
Master barmaid? That was a self-proclamation for her. Something tells me this is going to end horribly. I have flashbacks of Rook teaching Jade his humor. Flashbacks from literally a few hours ago. She doesn't clean up the broken glass. Instead, she just takes a few steps to the side. Wow. I'm not sure how to take that.
I'm teaching Fidget to be the best. He wants to make his mom super proud. That is, when she comes back, I mean.
Me when their mom is dead. I'm going to be the best barmaid ever. When mom
He's like
comes back,
graveyard pussy.
she won't recognize me. I think he means bartender. Barmaid is the female nomenclature. What do you mean by comes back? Did PB and Fidget's mom go somewhere? Chris reaches out and pets the top of his head. He perks up and looks incredibly happy at this. They've both just forgotten about the broken glass. She's definitely at the top.
Yeah, but she gives soft
I hope she comes back soon. She does. I've been waiting for a really long time.
Oh. Deadpan.
She takes out another glass and starts cleaning again.
Oh, what brings you here? I saw that you came with those two men. Most people say they attract trouble.
I left nervously as well. But for a different... I tell her that they're talking to the king. That, and check their mail order while filing my papers. Oh, wow, you're going to meet King Velasquez? I'm so jealous. Can I come with you? I haven't seen him.
Mummy, save me.
What? What's wrong?
What's this? Mummy. Mummy, it's so
Can I just-
bad.
Hi, Sleepy. It's
You know what?
so good to see
I'm
you
going.
here.
I'm going.
No.
I haven't seen him since I was a kid. Maybe he'll know where Mom is. He could be a real baka.
Down.
Kachan!
Don't be like that. It's rude to impose yourself on others.
Yeah, Kachan. Wait, no. I'm getting... No.
Yeah, I'm dying. You should apologize to Inkle.
Oh, sorry. I just got a little excited. I
I
thought
inkle
you
my
might know
pedinkle
where...
until I perdunk.
I thought you might know where Mom is. So old. He knows all sorts of things. I feel bad. If it weren't for Trish, I'd say yes. He seems really dedicated to finding his mother.
Who was dead in a graveyard.
Dedication is something you have to expect nowadays. If the situation reversed, I'd have asked too.
So they're cleaning.
So they're checking the mail? I see that it involves chatting with PP.
She tilts her head in the direction it came from. I see PB yelling and flailing his arms around. It looks like he's lecturing them pretty fiercely.
He gets like that often. He flies off the handle so easily. But you learn to love it, I guess.
Endymion and Conrad proceed to wave me over. I cut the conversation with Trish and Fidget short, but I let them know that we'll continue it later. I had too many questions, just let them stand. Just stand them up. Like, where did Fidget's mother go, for example? I also wanted
Ask
to learn
PB.
more about the tavern as well.
Ask PB.
I will ask PB. And it would be best to learn from an unbiased source. I don't believe that Fidget and Trish know my identity. They treat me just like anyone else who came here. I couldn't say the same for Endymion and Conrad. They're definitely biased in their service to the king. Yet I'm still unsure how this affects the situation.
Sounds good. You know where to find us.
Yeah, in the heaping pile of broken glass. I walk back towards Endymion, Conrad, and PB. But out of the corner of my eye, I see someone staring. They scope out my room and quickly intercept me. Almost like they don't want me to get there.
I'm gonna look the fucking in sleep.
Normally, I would have been surprised. What?
I'm gonna look and I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm gonna try and sleep. Do not disconnect me. I need to know the plot.
Okay. You could just
gotta
watch
have
the stream and contribute to my viewer count.
I am on my phone.
Cool. Normally, I would have been surprised, but not today. I've constantly been bumping into people as of late. I stop in my tracks so I don't come crashing into him. For a moment, I'm glad I did. This man is massive. He could probably rip me in two with his sheer strength. Hello,
It's fair.
character number 49. I'm trying to decide what voice to give him. You?
Yeah, I was like,
He looks down at me. Suddenly, I'm filled with fright. Your friends talk loudly. They want to hide your role as the savior, but their volume contradicts their desire. His voice is very deep, and his accent is thick, like what you'd expect from a man of tribesmen. Wherever he's from, he's not from around here. Tell them to keep their mouths shut. It could get them into very big trouble. Trouble that is otherwise easily avoided. He grips his axe as if to threaten me. If a time like that comes, I will be there. I offer protection in exchange for money. That is, when I'm not babysitting PB. Him and his brother need constant watch. But I sell my services in my spare time. You'll know where to find me, Inkle. Inkle Hajime. So, he's the guardian of PB and Fidget. This must be who PB threatened to get involved earlier. If that was the case, I don't blame Endymion's reaction. Oh, sorry for not introducing myself. I feel a little out of place over there. That's better. You can call me right. Fuck off. Fuck off. Switch places on the screen to match his name. That's better. You can call me Righty. I run the Mercenaries Guild here on Terra. Of course you do. Of fucking course you do. He extends his arm to shake mine. I do so in turn. He has a grip that's more than firm. If he tried, he could easily break my hand. I'm known here as a protector. My services are costly but worthwhile. I guide people along their paths in life. I'm not sure I heard everything, but your path seems to be quite the arduous one, so I'm sure you'd benefit from my help. You should keep your identity more secret, and Demon and Comrade have been loud about it. It could attract a certain kind of person. Those who would hold you for ransom, or do other unimaginable things. I can't be the only one who ever heard, so you must assume that other people know. To that end, I have a proposition. Meet me in the wine cellar whenever you can. And do make sure to come alone, alright? We need to be away from some watchful eyes.
To be alone with the bear or not to be? That is... Would you choose Endymion and Comrade or a bear? Without another word, he walks off. His large steps shake the floor beneath me. My heart is beating like a drum. I don't think I've ever seen a man so imposing. I continue my walk over to Endymion, Conrad, and PB, but I'm still open to getting interrupted again. Oh, I just realized I forgot to close something. That might help my conceal. But I'm still open to getting interrupted again. I have a habit of bumping into random people lately.
So, I see you met Roddy. Always eager to sell his services, but at least he's able to make money.
PB glares at Endymion and Conrad.
Hey, you said you'd be okay with waiting. Unless you just conned the story out of us. And that wouldn't be cool at all, PB. Oh yeah, Savior. My guarantee for prompt renovations. I hope you forsake that story. I hope for your sake that the story is true. If I don't get my money like they promised, I'll get Ray involved here pretty quick. And he's not the kind of those who cross me. Hey now, there's no need for that. We have no reason to lie. We mean it. I guess we'll see, won't we?
PB trots off towards Trish and Fidget. I wouldn't be surprised if he yells at them next, or if he accidentally steps in that broken glass carpet. So, that was righty. We kind of almost worked with him. He was going to be the third assassin, but as you can tell, it didn't work out. He branched off to form his own unit. I guess you could say he's our rival. We'll fight against him more often than not.
He steals a lot of our business. You know, with us having to kill someone, he'll sell his services to protect them. That's why we haven't killed anyone lately. Velasquez is giving us different work. Kind of like the player scheme, you know, and you. I'm not sure what ride he wants with you. He probably just sees a chance for money. I don't like those types of people.
I'll bet that he wants you instead. Velasquez has promised lots of money, an amount that Righty could never deny. Be wary of what he tells you. His lust for gold could mean subterfuge. He'll frighten you into feeling vulnerable, and that's when he'll give you his pitch. He's a great salesman, that's for sure. But Conrad and I, on the other hand, we have nothing to hide from you. If he wants to meet you, by all means. I have some mail to check in the meantime, as well as some immigration papers to file. I suppose I'll be seeing you later then.
I'll just be here, twiddling my thumbs. I don't get to be involved in anything fun. I mean, not that checking mail is fun. Oh, one more thing though. If Friday wants to team up with us, tell him to go find his own savior. He's always after a huge sum of money, but he'll pretend that's not the case. I'll be able to want to mend things with us. And at that, I'd laugh at his face. It's business, and we're rivals. I'm not doing anything with that man again.
I nod. I wasn't aware they had a history like this.
But suddenly, some of their actions made sense. Seems like everyone knows heroes related in some way. They all have pasts that intertwined with one another. You know, like people do. And communities. And people. I started to walk in the same direction as Righty. I hoped this cellar would be easy to find. Sure enough, it actually is.
I see a large wooden door with a drawing taped to it. It's a cartoon wine bottle, arms and legs. On closer inspection, it has a wide, beaming smile. In the corner it says, "This is my best friend." And underneath that, it's signed by Fidget. That's cute. Welcome back, Speed.
I just got home.
Don't worry, no more Deku voice for now.
Thank you.
Unless Fidget comes back on the screen. Perhaps I'll compliment him later. For now, I was on a mission of importance. I opened the wine cellar door and began my descent. My mind filled with doubts of what Righty could do on it. Would you like to save the game? Sure, why would I not want to save the game? The stairs creak heavily as I enter the cellar. In a way, that would destroy any attempt at stealth. There's no doubt about it. He knew I was here. But at least he'd be able to tell that I came alone. But then, where was he? Finally reached the bottom. The cold floor sends shivers quickly up my spine. The only heat in this place is the flicker of candles. I take steps forward, looking at all of the wine. So many bottles, so many varieties. Did PB and Fidget brew this all on their own? I scan this place to the best of my ability. For the life of me, I can't find Righty. Hey! I jump through the air in fright. How in the world did you get behind me?
Oh, did I frighten you? My apologies, Inkle. Did you make sure to close the door?
I nod. He seems pretty paranoid about all of this. Either that, or he's about to tell me something big. I'm actually not sure what would be worse right now. So instead, I stare at him with an inquisitive silence.
Listen, I'll make this quick. Wasting time isn't in my nature. I've been following you.
He's been following me? That's really creepy.
Ever since you arrived in Terra, I watched you drop into that forest. I watched you make your way to Rieli.
Rieli? That must be the name of this town.
I know who you are, and your mission here, so you don't have to hide anything from me.
Why would he be following me like that? And how do you know about the ritual? I can't help but shake this feeling. I feel like everyone's been lying to me. Dude, Jack, this has 10 chapters, and I'm over 4 hours into this.
I don't think you fully understand. But then again, neither do the assassins. They're simply being used by the king.
Huh?
Give me a chance to explain myself first. I assure you that I am not against you. I value your life and your safety. If I wanted to hurt you, I would have. After all, I'm blocking the only exit.
That's a pretty terrifying way to reassure me. But he spoke the truth, as harsh as it was.
So please, hear me out. I beg you. You're about to make a terrible mistake.
I shrug and decide to listen. I wasn't in a position to make an educated decision. I moved to the wall and pressed my back against it. Better get comfortable for what I'm about to hear.
Now, where should I begin?
He takes a few moments before speaking, as if he's lost in thought.
Let's start with the issue of Velasquez. I have some very condemning evidence. He's lying, playing at a sinister scheme. He's touted you as the savior to everyone. Thanks to your friends, this is spreading. But I know this was also part of his plan. The more people that talk about you, the easier it is to hide his true intent. He lets his citizens spread the rumors.
I have to be wary of what he says. I was told he could resort to deceit. If he's against them, he's against the king as well. So it makes sense that he'd want to change sides. You know, I'm actually quite inclined to believe. I did it. That was weird. Also, why is my Boogies not updating?
Where's your Fuki, Sleepy? Oops.
I was there.
Oh, you're back now. That was odd. I also accidentally changed the size of the box, and now it's slightly not big enough. Um. All right. Pissing me off. Hang on, guys. Technical difficulty. Of me accidentally pressing one button. Yeah, it's fine. Endymion and Comrade are too far gone to see. I'm glad I didn't become an assassin. I was close, but backed out near the end. Velasquez had a ruthless litmus test. In order to join, I had to do something unthinkable. I can tell you what it is, though. I swore an oath of secrecy back then. And no matter what, I'm still honorable. I had a man undercover in the castle. His job was to extract anything he could. I'm led to believe he found something big. I know that you might not believe me, or at least my words alone. So that's why I have evidence. Velasquez caught my undercover agent. He directed his efforts into capturing him. His name was Kalen, my top mercenary. Hey, I recognize that name. That's who Endymion and Conrad are expecting mail from. Kalen was undercover as a royal servant. Velasquez needed him silenced immediately, so he gave Kalen a condemning order. He asked Kalen to help ruin Player. They'd plant fake evidence in his estate. Together, they'd ruin his campaign. If he denied, his cover would be blown, and his reputation as a mercenary ruined. You're useless if you can't hold your cover. Velasquez had him in a checkmate. He had no choice but to accept the mission, so went on to disrupt Player's rally. Isn't it extremely convenient? Kalen now rests in a prison, silenced. The one man who could help expose Velasquez. It seems a little too precise to be a coincidence. And Endymion and Conrad helped the king. They think that they're exposing Lord Player, but this was a ploy to get Kalen in jail. Your friend will find his mailbox empty. Velasquez has already attained his goal. The empty mailbox will be proof enough. Player has top-notch security in his estate. Kalen will not be able to follow through. He will simply starve and die in prison. I know that Velasquez hates Lord Player, but this plan has nothing to do with that. If anything, he wants Player to help out. Player will keep Kalen under constant watch, and after a week, he'll starve to death, taking all of the evidence with him. That makes sense. Things are starting to come together. Everyone in Terra seems to be connected somehow. This political puzzle is finally starting to take shape. Endymion and Conrad are too far gone. They would never question their king, no matter how odd the order seemed. Kalen was very skilled at stealth. There was no reason to capture him. He could have planted evidence in the night. Why not ask Endymion and Conrad? They have Player's unconditional trust. They could have easily planted evidence. It makes absolutely no sense. But they serve without question. I fear they are leading you to your demise. And if you doubt what I'm saying, well, they did the same to Kalen. He will die unless he gets broken out. Even when they find their mailbox empty, I don't think they'll realize the truth. They will still take you right to the king. Even if that means leaving Kalen to die. You see, they are blinded by money. Something they often accuse me of. But me? I value your life. I want to keep you safe from the king. and safe from those two heartless killers. Please, help my cause instead. Together, we can rescue Kalen, and in the process, we can expose Velasquez. I'm sure that you hold common sense. We can't just let Kalen die in a cell, nor can we let Velasquez win like that. Upstairs, I was just putting on an act. I wanted it to seem like a sales pitch. Please maintain that facade for me, okay? If they ask you what happened, tell them you refused my offer to help. Do not reveal anything I have said to you.
He lets out a sigh.
I wish I could have gone to you first. It would have spared so much trouble. No doubt you are extremely confused. If I found you first, you'd be fine. It makes more sense with a clear head. An open mind, like the other one had.
It is all very confusing. I'm not sure what to do. Lots of information is conflicting right now. Righty hasn't hurt me yet, so there's that.
Wait a minute. Did he just say the other one? But because of Kalen, I knew about the rituals. Today, I was able to intercept it. I was hoping to grab you, but I couldn't.
Do not fucking tell me that Keela is here.
For some reason, the ritual brought two, so instead of you, I got something else. Perhaps they can convince you as a friend.
He turns his head to the darkness of the cellar.
You can come out now.
A shadow emerges from the darkness. And at that moment, I was utterly shocked. I saw the last person I expected to see on Terra. It's fucking Keela. No! Oh! Keela?
What's he doing here?
Meanwhile, back on Earth, a shady back alley late into the night. So, how are you holding up? I'm tired. You shouldn't have woken me up. Chalk, you needed to know. Don't give me any of that nonsense. You and Clace went way back.
No.
I just wanted to talk to you about this. The issues that I think I know that alley. Awesome. I just wanted to talk to you about this. I know it must be affecting you somehow. We're childhood friends, you know.
You should go back to your contest winners. Seems to me that they were more obsessed. Why don't you go to interrupt their sleep?
Don't be stupid. Listen, know I care about you. If I were in your shoes, I'd need a friend. Just doing what's appropriate, Chalk. This affects you more than it does that.
Who are you to say what affects me or not? Stuff your nose back in that tablet, Rook. It doesn't belong in my personal business.
Sorry for Karen.
I know why you really called this a meeting. You don't care about how I feel at all. You care about whether or not I'm staying. Now cut to the chase. None of this is about my friend. It's all about how our careers will change.
Doc, I really do care. I know what it's like to lose someone. I've been in this exact situation before.
Is that so? That's not what I heard. I heard that you like to abandon others. It's the reverse, Rook. People lose you. Now I told you to cut to the chase. What's the real reason you called me here?
Fine. I guess I'll pretend not to care.
There's something you're good at.
Stinge decided to restructure the tour. Opening night will be a memorial service. You know, like a Virgil in Clace's honor.
Really? Stinge has sentiment?
Well, I guess you could say that. But he did it to minimize reasons. Fans will still want to attend.
That makes some more sense. Here I thought you might have grown a heart.
He wanted me to ask you something. If perhaps you'd make a little speech. You know, as a childhood friend of Clace. Fans might want to hear your voice. It could give the visual more impact.
I'll think about it.
Really? It was one of your best friends. This is a memorial service, you know. You really have to think about this?
Indeed, I do. You got a problem with that?
No. Also, there will be a big announcement. Daz will take his place in the tour. We would appreciate it if you stayed. Rocker is going to stay. He's pledged his services to Daz. What do you think about that, Shock?
I think they'll have to think about it.
Very well,
Can I go now?
I suppose. First, about the contest winners. They are not precious to me. The contest was Clay's idea, Shock. I did it for him. Now he's gone. They'll wake up to some horrible news, assuming they haven't heard it all. In fact, I even send them home. Then she decide what we'll do. I'll have you know they don't impact me.
Got it.
And about what you might be feeling, please do me one favor, Shock. Don't make the same mistake I did.
With all due respect, Rook, only you could screw up that bad.
Shock storms off, pushing Rook out of his way.
This game is so bad, man. Story is so bad.
Wow. People think I'm a jerk.
But Amphi's not here to voice it. Well then, what's gotten to him, Paimon wants to know.
Oh, there you are, Paimon. Think he skipped a few steps. Went right into the anger stage of grief.
Paimon thinks that's a fact. Paimon could see it on his face. Paimon guessed we all handle things differently.
Yeah, he's more harmful than others. Thanks for coming to see me, at least.
No problem. Is there anything Paimon can do for you? If Paimon can help in any way, please tell me.
How did she know we'd be here? Well, I know that you're with Singe. Perhaps you have some information for me? Aside from your promotion, I mean. Singe told me about that directly. But I don't know much else. Other than the change of opening night.
Well, Paimon talked with Rocker for a bit. He seemed more interested in mythology. So Paimon tried to get out of there quickly.
Sounds like him. Admirable, though. Still able to study while abroad. If only he didn't show it off all the time.
Yeah, Paimon thinks it can be a little troublesome. Paimon could give you a big lecture, though. Especially on the creation of Japan.
You're implying I couldn't do the same. Remember, I work with him every day. Why the fuck did my Discord just crash? Why is this game crashing my Discord? Every day. That's insane. Is my Veto also broken? There you go. My Fugi's also. That was not working. Oh, I just closed. Damn it. Alright. Well, give me a second, guys. Woo. Yeah, these furries really have hands. Very big shame. Alright, well, that's fixed. You're implying I could do the same. Remember, I work with him every day.
Well, anyway, about the murders. Paimon thinks there's been a breakthrough there.
Really? You think I'd know about that? My mailbox is usually flooded all night.
The police are even keeping it a secret, you know. But they found a culprit. At least, Paimon thinks it's for half of the cases. This person confessed to being a copycat. They were responsible for the gun murders, Paimon thinks.
Interesting.
They have a solid alibi for all other cases, and now we're left with a bunch of suicides. So the real mystery still isn't solved. People are taking their own lives, even if they're completely healthy, and with no evidence left behind either. It seems as if the bodies are moved. It's the only way this makes sense.
So there's another killer out there then.
Paimon thinks it seems to be that way. But the police don't care. They're closing the case in the morning. They'll just be labeled as suicides, even though that's physically impossible.
Indeed. Anyone could realize that. The crime scene doesn't match the crime. Bit premature to close the case like that.
Of course, but there's nothing Paimon can do. If it's closed, we'll never know the truth. This leaves it in the hands of others.
So you want to play detective now?
Paimon wants to know who did this to us. Don't you? Paimon wants to know who killed him.
I'd rather not know. Don't you read? Finding the culprit makes you a target. There's someone else they need to silence. I'd advise you drop it, Paimon. We don't need to lose another idol. We need to work on moving forward together.
Paimon thinks you have a point, but Singe didn't back down so easily.
He never does. What do you do now?
He already has a suspect in mind. Place's bodyguard.
Really?
Yeah. Paimon thinks it kind of makes sense. The murder started when we arrived, and the scenes seem expertly tampered with. Paimon thinks it makes sense, given his background. He worked for the police before Singe. He'd be able to pull strings like that.
Seems too simple to me.
Paimon thought so at first, but Singe called him in for questioning. That's where it gets more suspicious. It seems that he's fled Tokyo.
Oh, please tell me that's the end of chapter 3. Oh, there's more.
Singe's office, earlier that night.
What do you mean? What do you mean he's gone?
It's just like it sounds. We can't find him anywhere. He might as well have vanished.
How convenient.
We found a letter in his room, though. It simply reads, "I'm sorry."
An admission of guilt?
It doesn't seem that way. If he did this, he wouldn't be sorry. In fact, he wouldn't leave anything behind. It seems to be more of a genuine apology. Perhaps he's ashamed that he failed us. It was his duty to protect Clace, after all. I think the letter is of his resignation. He couldn't face us again after this.
Or maybe it was to throw us off the trail. Now he'll just go live in silence. We need to hunt for him. Immediately.
That's a pretty far-fetched theory. I don't mean any offense, Singe.
Far-fetched? Coming from you? I thought you relished in far-fetched. Things being both alive and dead at once. You write about quantum mechanics all day, and you say my theory is far-fetched. At least I've based mine on reality. I'm sorry, Jade. That was rude of me. It's just been a really long night. and I don't think it'll end anytime soon.
I'll accept your apology. You're under extreme duress, after all.
Thank you. So what do we do now?
I think we just move on with our lives. There's not much else we can do. We'll just pay attention to media reports. We're not detectives. We're not police. We can't be expected to solve this, Singe. We have to drop it and leave it to them.
If only it were that simple.
I do agree, but we can't just sit around. The tour isn't going to run itself. We have lots to do, and in so little time. First and foremost, a new bodyguard. We'll need to hire some protection. Not just for Daz, but for everyone. I have a few candidates gathered here. I went on a little hunt for CVs, and I've already run the background checks.
I need to check if this guy's British. the author of this. Immediately. Thank you, Jade. You're helping me stay sane. I don't know what I'd do without you.
Don't mention it. I'm just doing what you pay me for. I recommend the candidate named Acheron. His past experience is very impressive. That, and he has a perfect track record.
Very well. I'd like to see him. You call him here immediately. I'm sure he'll understand our predicament.
Of course, Singe. But one more thing. What should we do with the contest winners? The sun will rise soon, and I have no idea.
I had completely forgotten. It's always something that... Bring them to me when they wake up, okay? I'll decide what to do when I meet them. This has turned into one huge headache.
He takes a deep breath and places his face in his hands.
It might be better to just send them home.
Yeah, we'll see how that works out. No, there's more, dude. Just end the chapter. This is so much information. I stare in shock for what seems like an eternity. My mind is bombarded with impossible questions. A cacophony of thoughts and voices assault my mind. How on earth did Keela end up in Terra just like that? Hey, are you okay? You look like you've seen a ghost. I don't really believe in ghosts all that much, but I'd assume I'd feel the same at seeing one right for real. This is the last possible thing I expected to happen. Snap out of it, okay? There's lots to talk about here. That much was true. I'd snap back into reality. Perhaps a thorough explanation can help me, because right now, I'm still wondering why Keela is here. I decide that this is a good question to start with. You go eat, Jack. This is gonna go on for a while, man. I'm probably gonna be here for like another 30 minutes at this rate. Well, I remember one last thing. We were in the hotel, watched some TV, and they reported that Clace was killed. Righty's ears perk up at the mention of the name Clace. At least, that's what it seemed like to me. It's possible he was confused at the word TP. But then, that's all I remember from Tokyo. As quick as I saw that, I was here. I thought I was hallucinating or something. I panicked and eventually collapsed. I ate a face full of soil, embarrassingly. I was on the ground for a really long time. That is, until this guy found me. He motions his head towards Righty. Yeah, that's how it happened. I didn't think the ritual would bring two. So as soon as I could, I snatched Keela up. Take your goober champo. I was too late by the time you came, and Demon and Comrade already got you. Our only option was to watch and sneak. I had to find a chance to get you alone. That's why I invited you down here to talk. Keela has told me a lot about you as well. Can I continue now? Yes, of course. Right. Tell me a side of the story. Let me just say, it makes way more sense. I think you're following the wrong guys. Endymion and Conrad are too gullible. They believe anything the king says. They don't even realize that they're slaves. But I'm not sure how to make this any clearer. The king does want Lord Player to lose. But this Caelid matter is totally separate. There's blatant holes in their orders. But they're too loyal to the king to see. They follow without a single objection. But Bridie here thinks before he acts. He's not a thrall of this Velasquez. I think he's a good guy here, Inkle. What do you think? You got my back, don't you? I honestly don't know what to think. So confused, some of this makes sense. Some of it is outrageous. I start to piece it all together in my head. Keela didn't mention the art. It must be specific to me. It makes sense that you got here before me then. The man of the Ark didn't intercept Keela's trip. But I still have no idea why Keela was brought here. Is it just because he was beside me when I was taken? I explained everything to Keela. He had a revelation about the ritual. He said that your world suffers from it. Oh, right. I nearly forgot about that. This whole world and the ritual? It ties into the midnight kill deaths. Your two friends, Endymion and Conrad, the ritual they're performing, it's the sole cause of the midnight deaths. Interesting line of thought. I ask him to elaborate. I want to see if his thought lines up with my own. Well, the ritual was once a day, and it had to be at the same time, too. Same rules as the midnight deaths. There's a time difference, though. Midnight on Earth could be daytime here. Regardless of the rituals heals an Earthling. When an Earthling comes here, they die. At least they do on Earth. For some reason, they live on Intera. There's no other explanation. It makes sense. There are a few glaring holes. We were brought here after midnight. We were still able to hear news on Place's death. I challenge his theory with that fact. Hey, you're right. In that case, I don't know. Furthermore, his theory assumes some odd things. First of all, that Clace is alive in Molantera. Second, that we were both dead on Earth. I decided not to tell them about the Ark. I play alongside the process of thought. If this theory were true, there would be 3 rituals. One for Clace, one for him, and one for me. I direct that challenge to Righty. It was only ever performed once a day. Those are Velasquez's strict orders. I don't think they would disobey him. Huh. Can't be coincidence, though. They're way too similar to ignore. You and I standing here is proof of that. A small timing issue can't prove me wrong. Everything still kind of lines up. That's not true at all. Place isn't with us. And Righty says the ritual was only ever performed once. It pokes holes all over Keela's theory. Oops. Perhaps the ritual brought all of you here, but you just traveled at different speeds. This will compensate for the distance. No, can't be that. We were still on Earth past midnight. Let me think about this for a moment. Got it. You know the news report? It was on TV an hour after Clace's death. What if time on Terra just moves faster? If 1 hour there is 1 day here, well, it explains everything perfectly. The ritual of another day brought us here. It also explains why we never saw Clace. We came here a day later than he did. It could be anywhere by now, you know? That's possible. It's not an overly huge difference. Besides, Endymion and Conrad didn't talk about time's flow. I still dislike the implication that we're both dead, but some of this is just wishful thinking. We don't know the specifics about either world, namely, the amount of rituals and midnight deaths. If we did, we'd be taking steps in the right direction. But again, there were too many coincidences at play. I'd have to stop considering the deaths a mystery now. We need specifics. They clearly involved Terra. The king's ritual was most probable cause. Healer believes... Oh, my stream just stopped. Healer believes the ritual is responsible. The demon and comrade are the murderers. There's logic behind this theory as well. Either way, we can't learn the truth. Not while chilling down in the wine cellar. I'm sure you can agree with me on that one. Whitey cracks his knuckles loudly. He then stares down at me menacingly. One very important question remains. One that you can answer here and now. Who do you believe? Will you go back upstairs? Will you travel with Endymion and Conrad, even though the king lies to all of you? Or will you come with us? We can rescue Kaelin as a team, and his testimony will expose Velasquez. I can't guarantee your safety if you leave. I won't be able to watch over you anymore. But if you side with us, I'll keep you safe. We'll help Kaelin reveal the king's motives. That may be how you really save Terra. We're under the hand of a tyrannical ruler. You're going to come with us, right? I mean, we're friends and stuff. This is a hard decision to make. If I sided against Endymion and Conrad, they'd hate me. Probably make enemies of Velasquez's assassins. But on the other hand, Kaelin might not have proof. King may not even be as bad as Righty claims. There's also the risk of the rescue mission failing. That, and I'd have assassins out to get me. Siding with Righty and Keela seems very risky. I might not be able to complete my mission as savior. However, if I side with Endymion and Conrad, then Keela and Righty might become my enemies. But Endymion and Conrad will bring me right to the king. I'll be able to hear the plan from the man myself. This will be the easiest route for me to take, especially if I want to help the man in the Ark. But what if Velasquez did want to use me? There's a chance that meeting him will condemn me. Once we're face to face, we could do anything. But what if Endymion and Conrad have a secret agenda? They are assassins after all, not peacekeepers. This is a tough choice indeed. I wish it were as easy as the other choices back in Tokyo. Things are getting far less black and white on Terra. I stand in silence, thinking of what to say next. Yeah, I'll say it again. Why not? Who do I believe? Who do I side with? So the real question I have to ask myself right here isn't who do I want to side with, but rather who do I think will end the story quicker? And I think the answer is Endymion and Conrad. Sleepy, I need your input. Which furries should I side with? Should I side with the assassins and the king, or should I side with Peanut Boy and Righty?
I like Peanut Boy.
You like?
I don't know any of these characters.
Awesome. You've
Thumbs
sealed
up.
my fate to a longer game, but I stand
You're
with you
welcome.
too. Path of the Mercenary made an important decision. Of course, it seemed like the obvious choice. At least I tell myself this is a method of reassurance. Was it in my nature to let someone starve in prison, even if it meant losing track of the reason I'm here. I might not learn what the king wants this way, but at least I know I'd be saving something. And Keela trusts Righty. I should trust him too. I don't think Keela is the type to be easily manipulated. Really, because I think that Keela is explicitly the type to be easily manipulated. But then another thought crosses my mind. If you suddenly found yourself in a strange world, you would likely trust the first person to help you. There's a point in time where you're impressionable. Maybe that's why I trusted Endymion and Conrad. Perhaps if they got Keela, he'd side with them too. I decided that I should quickly drop this line of thought. It'll do nothing except make me doubt my choice. However, bridges will definitely get burnt. Could possibly make Endymion and Conrad my enemy. I don't want that to happen. It's just a fact. I ask Righty what our next step is, and I let him know my allegiances lie with them. Well, your choice makes me happy. I'm glad that you've seen the truth, but for now, we simply have to wait. This is really awesome. We get to be partners on Terra too. I smile. Things are starting to take shape. The huge uncertainty I felt earlier now fades away. I would advise that you go back upstairs. Go about your business as you see fit. Or perhaps stay away from the assassins. In the meantime, I'll talk with Keela. Our Sultan Players' Home needs planning. But now you've made the honorable choice. Of course he has. That's what he's good at. Pretzel can speak with you later. For now, I have to talk to Righty. He seems to want my input on for some reason. It's true. If you have a part to play, pretend that you're still on their side. I'll make sure to find you when we need you. Caleb will suffer no longer, and Velasquez's tyrannical reign will end. This is your true duty as the savior. Both of them walk away, leaving me alone. I'm left to ponder the decision I just made. That, and what consequences might come with it. Various scenarios play out in my mind. Some good, some horrific. They repeat as I make my way back upstairs. When I get back upstairs, I notice how loud it is. The tavern definitely became more lively since I left. The place is absolutely littered with patrons. They all look incredibly happy amongst themselves. Much better than the faces I saw them wear earlier. At this moment, it seems that Terra doesn't need saving. Of course, that feeling was ephemeral, as most are. I realize the happiness is most likely from the drink. Each of them holds an overflowing stein in their hands. They seem to not care how much they're spilling. I try and figure out my next course of action. Righty suggested that I not talk to Endymion and Conrad. Of course, they'd find it odd if I ignored them, especially if I just came from talking to their enemy. Perhaps I should just go make small talk. I'll tell them Righty tried to sell stuff to me. I could see if they mentioned anything about their mail. If the box was empty, then Righty would be correct. Of course, that would be nothing to revel about. It would mean the fact that Caleb was in trouble, and not the kind of trouble we could ignore. But if anybody was equipped to rescue Kalen, it had to be Righty. He was both strong and smart. I'm just glad that his goals aligned with mine. He wanted to learn the truth about Velasquez. Hey there! Surprised at all the people? I nod. People seem to forget what we are. And not we turn into a watering hole. No immigration papers would be found. Not that it bothers me, of course. Everyone is on some journey of their own. We cater every type of person. People who've come a long way to be here, or people who still have a long way to go. Anyways, saw you going downstairs. You must have had a chat with Righty. I nod once more. He always has something to say, that one. Sometimes I just think he's bored. Sits around all day on his own. You want to come have a drink? Me and Fidget were about to sit down. Something we should talk about. We have our own special table, so we don't need to wait for any vacancies. He points to a table near the corner of the tavern. I see Fidget sitting down, talking to himself. I shrug and say sure. I didn't think of anything else to lose. Great. Oh, and one more thing. While you're here, you drink for free. He starts walking towards the table, and I follow. I wave to Endymion and Conrad as I pass them. I just want them to know that I'm not ignoring them. They wave back with a nervous look on their faces. When we arrive at the table, I promptly sit down. I yawn loudly and stretch my arms. Hopefully I can just relax for a while. I haven't gotten to do much of that lately. Hey again, Inkle. I sit there and wait for him to hold out his hand. But he doesn't do it this time. Interesting. So, I heard you're the savior or something? And that's why you're meeting Velasquez. That is so cool. I wish I was important like that. I haven't seen the king since I was little. I glance over at PB. So he told Fidget then? Endymion and Conrad surely wanted him to keep it secret. I guess that PB is the type to talk. I'll need to keep that in mind for the future. Hey, don't look at me like that. Don't condemn me for telling Fidget. That's my best friend, you know. Besides, what kind of threat is he? Not like he could ever hurt somebody. That's my brother. I trust him forever. Fair enough. Dropping it for now. We had something to talk about, remember? I didn't take you over here to judge me. This is more like the PB I saw earlier. Easily angered and extremely defensive. Are you going to let me talk to you or not? I surrender and apologize for derailing the subject. Thank you. So, if we get back on track, I need to talk to you about Roddy. You two talked in the cellar. I'm pretty sure I know what happened. He hates King Velasquez with passion. It was one of the reasons I dislike Roddy. That hatred totally clouds his judgment. Let me guess. Wanted to expose the king? Said he had some sort of evil plan. I nod. That was actually an apt summary. I'm gonna lay this right out there. Velasquez has never hurt anybody. We've only known peace under his reign. Well, except for... I'll get there, Fidget. So hold on. History of his rule goes back millennia. He's been nothing but altruistic. I know that Roddy is strong and smart, but in that matter alone he's biased. And I really have no idea why. Fidget and I owe Velasquez so much. I don't know why he hired those assassins, but I trust his judgment unconditionally. I guess PB doesn't know what they always worked for him. He thinks that they're new to Velasquez's employ. I won't reveal this to him. It seems to be a secret. I wonder if their relationship had to do with this. Even and Conrad did mention that. Yeah. Perhaps Velasquez did something to make it back out. I think Roddy mentioned some sort of litmus test. Hey, you there? PB snaps his fingers as if he jerked me out of a reverie. I'm trying to talk to you here. It's rude to stop paying attention. He's right, and I apologize once more. This whole situation is getting more and more confusing. I don't know whose side is the right side. Now, if you'll let me continue. Roddy used to work for Velasquez. Really? And I don't mean casually or anything. Roddy was Velasquez's go-to man. That's a surprise to me. Wonder what caused him to turn so drastically. There was an incident about 10 years ago. Me and Fidget were very young. Velasquez called it the Exodus Project. Exodus? That name seems eerily familiar to me. I guess I need to explain Terra some more, or else this story won't really make sense. I forgot that you were new here for a bit. Terra is extremely open to immigration. We offer people a second chance on our soil, start anew, or to escape harm. But once they arrive, they're kind of stuck here. Leaving Terra is impossible. Possible? That's what makes us special. We're something like a one-way street. Still better than your world, though. I heard that you have no open connections. I'm not sure how you even survive. That's a good question, actually. Anyway, back to the Exodus Project. It was an attempt to open our connection. Velasquez wanted to let people leave. If people would come and go as they please, Terra would flourish for an eternity. No more overpopulation or famine. That and Velasquez could expand. No more would he rule over just Terra. He could rule the entire galaxy for sure. Of course, it didn't go as planned. One look around could easily tell you that. It was a huge disaster. People died. Either that or they got stranded in space. Our mother was one of these people. Velasquez wanted only the smartest on Terra. Fortunately, they suffered the most. We lost some of our key public figures. But we know that Mom is out there. She'll come back one day. She has to. She was so smart. Fidget exclaims with pride. She's smart enough to find her way back. I don't care how far she ended up. I'm being patient. I'll even wait forever. Roddy was close to our mom, I'd say. He felt responsible for her disappearance, especially since he helped Velasquez. Velasquez needed to fix his public image. show people that he cared. There was some heat on him after all this. So, he funded the creation of our tavern. Tasked Ridey with building it. Around 10 years ago. We weren't here. Wait, so Velasquez was the true owner of the tavern? He got Ridey to build it from the ground up. That was a really impressive test. Beat. Stunned. Velasquez wanted to create a landmark, and one of galactic proportions, I mean, so that people knew how to get back home. He wanted word of terror to spread. He wanted everyone to know about the tavern. Eventually, the lost ones would hear of it, and that's the reason we run this place. We hope that one day Mom will come back. That maybe she'll walk through that door. That's what keeps us going. Every second she gets closer. She's gonna be so proud of us. I've grown really big since she left. And I'm learning to be good at chores. You're doing a great job, Fidget. That's what I wanted to tell you anyways. I don't think Velasquez is up to anything. At least, nothing like Ridey believes. At first, the scope of this place was clear. But over time, its reason was lost. Now we're just a plain bar and office. As this happened, Ridey changed too. He got less and less interested in waiting. Perhaps he lost hope. Assuming Mom was... Hey, don't say that. It's not true. Sorry. So, Ridey has a few reasons to hate, but we don't know the real one is. I try pressing him for it all the time, but he just says he can't tell me. Something about being a man of honor. But he never leaves the tavern or our side. I think he wants to make it up to us. Even though I forgave him a long time ago. Man of honor, huh? Ray said that earlier when we were in the cellar. When I asked him why he didn't become an assassin, did that have to do with all of this? The more time he spent here at the tavern, the more he hated King Velasquez. Grew and grew over a long period of time. That's all there is to it, really. His hatred seems to transcend everything. Oh, good. No matter how much good Velasquez has done, that is a lot of good. And I'm sure you can agree with me. I mean, just look at this tavern. Indeed, Velasquez seems like a very nice ruler. He owned up to and corrected his mistakes. Doing something like that is very noble. Definitely a mentality befitting that of a king. Now I'm just conflicted even more. One side had an unmatched hatred for Velasquez. The other side had an unwavering loyalty. It seemed like even more impossible to choose a side now. Were Keela and I manipulated? Was Ridey and his gang a group of radicals? Or were Endymion and Conrad the radicals here? Killing any opposition to Velasquez twisted ring. I guess I would never know until the right time came, and all I can do in my situation is wait and see. Let's push matters of past aside. I have my own theory on it. Whatever it is that makes you special, I think I know what Velasquez wants. He wants to helm another Exodus project. Oh, wait. You're being hailed as a savior. I have no doubt in my mind. He used that term in the past as well. For the first Exodus project, he promised that Terra would be saved. I'd say you have a long journey ahead. I guess it's only fitting you came here. The Wayfarer's Tavern, I mean. I hope your journey is swift and safe. I'd wish that too, although I did plan a detour. I hope that siding with Ridey didn't haunt me. I don't want to make an enemy of Velasquez, nor do I want an enemy of Endymion and Conrad. I hope that we are able to save Kalen. It pains me to know that he's suffering. I decided to ask PB his thoughts on Lord Player. Well, some people don't like immigration. They think it's harming Terra irreparably. Lord Player is just one of those, man. I can see where he's coming from, but he seeks a total severance. The Exodus project was more admirable. Life on an unconnected world? I'm not sure why Player wants that. Seems like it would be impossible. No offense, of course. I'm sure they made it work on Earth. Not taken. In fact, Terra was optimistic. We just have some major cultural differences. Well, thanks for listening to me anyway. I didn't mean to talk for so long. I'll let you get back to your friends. When he says friends, Peel extended to Conrad. I smile and thank him for the chat before leaving. I better not tell him who I aligned myself with earlier. Wouldn't want him to spill the beans in that regard. Before I can get up to leave, Fidget calls me. He grabs one of my hands to prevent me from leaving. I'm rather shocked. I didn't think he liked Conrad. He gulps, as if he's extremely nervous. Do you think I'll ever see my mom again? I really miss her. His eyes seem very glossy, like tears are forming. The grip on my hand tightens, becoming intense. You'll see your mother again. Fidget beams with happiness. I nod and smile at him. I tell him it's only a matter of time now. After this much waiting, she's bound to be close. Yes, I knew it. Thanks, Dinkle. This seems to be all he wants. He retracts his hand and sits silently next to PB. I guess this conversation is over for now. As soon as I stand up, I look towards the assassins. They seem to be deep in conversation among themselves, but as I'm sure it involves me, I walk towards them. I know it was against Righty's suggestion, but I'm starting to feel some internal doubt. After a few moments of walking, I get to the table. They both look up after me simply, with a look of worry. I wonder what's on their minds. I wait for them to break the silence. Well, aren't you making a lot of friends? Looks like you've quite the following. I'm not sure how to take that. Don't be so rude, Conrad. They're free to make friends as they want. I changed the subject. If I missed anything. Not much. Just our entire plan crumbling. Why aren't you giving the bad news, Andy? Well, something came up just now. It appears we've reached a bit of a hiccup, although it's not as bad as Conrad says. I handed in your papers just fine, but it was something else that alarmed me. Our mailbox appears to be empty, just like Righty said it would be. I was hoping to find mail from Caden, but it seems he hasn't found the time. This is a big red flag, and I'm worried. A boy of his skill, this should be no problem for him. Everyone said he was the best mercenary. Something bad has happened to him. That's what Endymion is trying to say. Not entirely, Conrad. Just a very small possibility. We shouldn't assume the worst case scenario. That's where we disagree. Fact remains, we have no mail. Galen is physically capable of writing. I guess it was wishful thinking. It's not good enough for a prison break. Hands are probably tied up pretty bad. If anyone could do it, it would be Galen. Yet, here we were. Quite scary. His resume was flawless and impeccable. Maybe someone tipped him off. It wouldn't be hard to increase security. It's possible, yes. Still don't think Galen is in danger. Far too skilled to fail this mission. No real evidence of danger. Roadblocks happen all the time, Conrad. Probably just rolling with the punches. Isn't that lack of mail evidence enough? Not entirely. Just a change of plans. We stay the night, we will see. There may have just been a slight delay. Shouldn't jump to terrible conclusions. It is not wise to let anxiety think for you. We should both trust in Galen's abilities. I guess you're right. Our mailbox is empty for a reason, yes. But it's not because Galen is in danger. Besides, attacking Blair is a bad idea. Breaking Galen out would lower our cover. We can't let Blair know our true colors. You forget that we are undercover. We will fail our mission if we do that. That's true. So you really think Galen is fine? I'd bet the entirety of our next pay on it. I'm sure we'll hear from him soon. I don't think he's failed a mission yet. They continue debate while I listen. Some of their points are valid, probably untrue. Of course, I can't say that in front of them. I have to remain as ambiguous as possible for now. Mailbox being empty? That was a huge sign. It solidifies the fact that Raidi was correct. I take a huge sigh of relief. I made the right choice. Seems they don't know Kalen was spying on them. Or the king either, for that matter. That's how he got involved in all of this to begin with. I doubt he'd disrupt the player Riley otherwise. Well, what do you think, Inkle? If you were in our shoes, I mean. You stand back and wait? Or would you try and rescue Kayla? This was an extremely complicated situation. Even more so given the nature of my allegiance to Raidi. I feel like I'm a valuable agent. Something like that. I'm not sure what to say without exposing myself. Trying to discern the easiest course of action. Conrad was asking me for my opinion on what I would do, but I was drawing attention to something less than a blank. I really can't talk about what Raidi told me, nor can I tell them that I plan to go with them. I have to answer this in a way that fits my personality. Perhaps I could use the questionnaire to my advantage. This would seem less suspicious to me. It would fit the answers they were expecting internally. I said I prefer a defensive stance, I believe. This means I will most likely hold off and wait, rather than attacking Lord Player head-on. It's not what I'd agree with personally. It's probably what they're expecting me to say, so that's what I tell them when I speak up. Pretty much what I expected to hear. Siding with Endymion, of course. Now you've gone and broken my heart. Conrad, stop it. It's not like we're talking this to a vote. Well, we will never reach a conclusion tonight. We're just going to have to sleep on it. I'll check our mailbox again in the morning. I guess you're right. But where are we going to sleep? Can't rent a room. We're flat broke. I took care of that earlier. Maybe added some rooms to our tab, but we'll be making more than enough. It'll be pocket change after the savior. As soon as we get them to Velasquez, I mean. Fair enough. Endymion pulls out a key from his pocket. He holds it out towards me and smiles. Here, take this. The room is number 23. Grab the keys and put it in my pocket. My room number is 24. Conrad's is 22. We will both be the same distance away. Please call up for us if anything happens, or if you have any concerns at all. But for now, I would suggest you relax. I'll stay up a while longer myself, for Conrad will do the same. We will resume our planning tomorrow. I'll check the mail as soon as I get up. Then we'll know if it was just delayed. I'm afraid our luck is never that good. However, relaxing actually sounds great. Anywhere I can get a massage here? I take this as a golden opportunity. I have the ability to retreat to my room for the night. Sure that Raidi will come get me when I'm needed. Of course, I start to feel a little bad. Endymion and Conrad care about my well-being. Enough to get me my own room, at least. It feels a little bit like I'm using them. Keep this conflict exclusively in my head. I don't show any signs of doubt as I leave the table. They wave to me as I walk away, and I return it. Conrad gives me a toothy grin as I talk away. I notice a bunch of doors on the second floor. They must all be rooms for rent. I look for room 23, where I'll be staying. When I eventually find it, there's a drawing on it. A stick figure and a rabbit figure holding hands. Both of the figures are smiling. It's really cute. I look a little closer. It's signed by Fidget. I guess he views us as friends. I'm grateful. Given that this is my room, I must be the stick figure. I unlock the door and take a deep breath as I enter. Finally, I'll have some time to relax. I feel like this is a major victory. But all it really is the calm before the storm. Oh, please be the end. Please give me the achievement. Damn it! Later that night in the privacy of the wine cellar. I have to say, I'm really glad you helped. Destroying the mail was a great idea. Now they'll attack Lord Player for sure. Or at least it'll make Riley do the same. Player's days are now numbered either way. Thank you very much for your help. Oh, I was played. What about this savior in your midst? That was kept a secret, even from me. Could be a great contingency plan. I didn't think you'd sell them out, though. How do you think they'd feel about that? I don't need you to lecture me, Riley. I'm old enough to make my own choices. You won't get a reaction out of me here. Very well. You'll get your money soon.
I'll have it delivered in a day or two. Perhaps you can buy Fidget a present. Money? We didn't do this for money, Riley. You said you had information about Mother. I did. You must be mistaken, PB. Get things written down in the future. It ensures you won't get cheated. You bastard. No, I didn't say you wouldn't get it. So you want information on your mom, huh? Then I have another task you can do for me. Not yet. I'm not finished with this. Why do you want Lord Player on a hit list? I thought he was your boss, your friend. Of course he's not my friend. You're right about being my boss, though. But I hate that man. He's a stepping stone. He's snagging up all the votes for me. When he's gone, I'll take his campaign, and then the king's throne will be mine. And if he's killed by Righty, or even if the assassins get him, more reason to have them all executed. What is the next task, in order to learn about my mother? I'll tell you soon enough, PB. As I mentioned, I have a contingency plan. So if you'll excuse me, I'll be in touch. I don't like this at all. He lied to us, PB. Yeah, he did. He probably doesn't know anything about Mom. I bet he was just using us for his benefit. Yeah, he was. Don't worry, Fidget. He'll get what's coming to him. Really? You think so? Yeah, evil men always do. Yes, I would like to save my game. Meanwhile, on the cover of your... No! Please! Please! It took a few hours before the tavern came to a lull. I'm assuming it was the last call or something like that. I heard many doors open and close as things got quiet, including the rooms of Endymion and Conrad. Were they going to sleep? Or were they going to listen in case something happens? Suddenly, a little paranoid them being watched. Oh well. It's not like I was doing anything, Alyssa. I made myself comfortable in the luxurious bed. I'm not sure if I dozed off or fell asleep. Before I knew it, I was jerked into coherence. There was a loud knocking at my door. I took crooked steps towards it, utterly groggy. I rubbed my eyes in an effort to make my vision clearer. The knocking starts to get more vigorous in nature. I can hear someone panting on the other side. Sounds like somebody's panicking. This kicks me into high gear and I rush to the door. When I open it, I'm not sure who it is. Oh, thank goodness you opened the door. Another moment longer and... He pants heavily as he closes the door behind me. He locks it as well. That's a little concerning. Sorry, I promise you no harm. I can explain. Please listen. He presses his back against the door. I'm assuming so nobody can open it with him in place. He holds up a piece of torn fabric, stained with blood. What? My master went insane. He attacked me and tried to kill me. I ran to the nearest place I could find. I opened my mouth to call for Endymion and Conrad. He gasps and steps forward, urging me to keep quiet. He says he doesn't want anyone to know where he is. He steps towards the middle of the room. He places his hands on his head in confusion. Why? Why would he do this to me? There was always a kind master. Claire? That's when Endymion and Conrad wanted to oust. He attacked his servant? Why would he do that? Suddenly I realize the urgency of this situation. If anything, this man's testimony could be invaluable. I ask him his name, and give him mine in turn. Of course. My name is Riley. Thank you for your shelter, Inkle Hajime. I nod. I start to feel comfortable near the door. I move away and place him between the door and myself. I stand against the wall, my back pressed against it. I won't be here long, I promise. I just need to gather my bearings. It's a shocking thing, you know. It's all just thrown me for a loop. You never expect these things to happen. It's so sudden and just scared. I noticed his demeanor suddenly changed, almost like his panic vanished in an instant. He seemed to calm down rather quickly. He places the bloody fabric on the floor. In the world would he do that? I decide to ask him what he's doing.
story. He's just making me relive this. I gotta get it out of my head for good, or else I'll keep dwelling on what happened. He stands up and looks. It needs to look like he struggled. You'll have to forgive me for this. In that moment, in an instant, he is upon me. He pins me against the wall, squeezing my throat. I start to panic and try kicking him off, but I can't. He uses his own feet to keep me in place. I try to pry his hands off my throat, but he's strong. I start to lose my strength, my vision fading. I slide down the wall as my body becomes weak. He grows fiercely as I start to lose consciousness. The last thing I notice is the look on his face. He displays pure regret, like he didn't want this. In the last few moments, I hope that someone rescues me. But it doesn't happen. Vision fades for good. Sleep well, Savior. All right. Well, I think that is where I'm going to end the stream. I'm starting to believe that I do not, in fact, know how many chapters there are to this game. However, that's where I'm going to end the stream today because my voice is rough. So, what we are going to do is simply Sana's life and playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure. I'm going to send you guys to Sana, and you guys can go enjoy her company. She's playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure, and she's a sweet bean. So go say hi for me. Okay, guys? Or don't. It's up to you. I will probably not stream tomorrow because I have a party to attend at night, and I need to get my sleep early. But Sunday, I will definitely be back with more Major Minor, unfortunately. Gotta get through this, guys. Gotta get through this. Anyways, don't yippee that. Don't yippee that. What do you mean? Yippee Major Minor. No. Oh my god. Have a good day, everybody, and enjoy your weekends.